playing country bass guitar, dynamics and feel. Have you ever learned a country song and played it and just did not feel the same or sound the same as the recording did? So I've got 3 tips here today that will help you improve your bass playing for the long haul and will help you accomplish making those songs sound as real as possible. And that's dynamics and the feel. So that's what we're going to cover today. And if you're new here, I'm Donald with the bass instructor of the How to Play Bass online course at iwannaPlayBass.com. Subscribe, become a member for free. And this is I Wanna Play Bass, your YouTube channel, everything bass. Subscribe here, hit that bell, get in the loop, and don't miss a beat. Now we're covering dynamics and feel today. There's 3 things you can do to change the feel of the song easily and effectively. Now, one of those things is the dynamics. Now, when we say dynamics, we're talking about the volume of the playing. You know, a lot of songs go through dynamics. They get, it creates an emotional feel when they build up and they really get powerful and stuff like that. It creates an emotion. So that's why they do it. Dynamics help move the listener, and that's what you want to do. So dynamics is just the volume, the amount of volume that each phrase has, or what. So you can play the same phrase that same phrase in a monotone, just an even tone across the board, which a lot of times is what you're doing. You're not changing the dynamics every single song. If you listen to any classicals, you'll see they crescendos above the writing if you're ever sight reading anything. And that's the dynamics. They're building up the crescendo. They're getting higher, louder, more powerful. But you can just play a line and just keep it monotone just to be along with the band. But as you get to certain parts of it, it might build. So say like this. We'll start off even tone and we'll build. Back down. And then we'll fade out. A lot of times they do that, they fade out. They just, the dynamics just lessen and they fade out and they get quieter. So that's part of your dynamics. Listen to the song, hear it, and most of the time you will play it that way that you hear it. And the dynamics, you'll just feel it yourself when you're listening to the song. You'll feel that emotion and that build and the power that it's bringing or it's not bringing. So you'll feel that as you listen to the song. If it's a song you like, you'll already know the dynamics. So unconsciously, you'll already know the dynamics and just not aware of it. But now you know about them, and that's what you want to do in certain songs. Sometimes the intro comes in real strong. And then it slows down as soon as the verse comes. Once the vocals come in and the verse starts coming along, it'll back off a good bit just so the vocals can be front and center like they should be in the verses, okay? So that's dynamics. Now another way is called legato, and that's elongating your notes, but you let the note ring out, okay? Okay, so that's legato. You let the note ring out entirely. You don't mute it or cut it off at all. And in country music, you do a lot of ghost notes and you have a lot of muted notes. So, that's certain parts of the song will have legato notes, like kind of like I say, the verse might carry you. Just let the notes ring out, and then in the pickups or in the bridges and choruses or intros or endings, they might break it up to just get a little more punchy feel, give a tighter band feeling, and it's all about feeling. So there you go. It changes up throughout the song. very few songs are going to be consistently, and bass lines will be consistently legato entirely. It'll be parts and pieces of the song that go legato, and that's how you get that feel, and that's why you might be missing something when you play along with it. You're constantly playing staccato notes, and in this section they go legato notes, okay? So that'll be one way to change that, and something you might not have been aware of when you were playing along with that song or playing that song with your band, okay? So make your notes, listen to the song. Are they going legato? Does it feel like it needs a legato feel there? Those notes need to ring out, or do they need to be chopped in half or a quarter or what, okay? So get that idea when you're playing a song. Listen to that and be familiar with that. So that's legato. Just let the notes ring out. Okay, so that's legato. The next style is staccato. Now that's the opposite of legato. Legato's letting the notes ring out. Staccato's is cutting the note off. Just staccato. That's a staccato. And that's going to be a total different feel going staccato and legato. So, you know, that's what they're doing. That might throw you off a little bit too. A lot of people, since Jaco Pastorius, everybody, that staccato, you know, it's just been, a lot of people like that style and don't even know they're listening to Jaco or what, but a lot of people have been influenced by his playing, and that staccato is prevalent in his playing, and it sounds pretty cool. It's enjoyable, you know. It's kind of scary sometimes to let those notes ring out, because in case you've hit a wrong note, you're letting that wrong note ring out and it's like, oh. But if you go staccato, you know, it's pretty safe. It's a safe walk that you do, because once you shut that note off, you're not hearing it anymore. It's not ringing out, so you can hit a wrong note and it, you know, not be detrimental. It might not be that detrimental to the song. Okay, so staccato has its own purpose, and it definitely has its another thing, but it's not, don't use it as a crutch or a handicap to play a fast line. You just play everything staccato so you don't have to worry about hitting the wrong note. Don't use it like that. Use it as needed. So let those notes ring out when you're practicing your techniques so you can hear the notes. Clearly, and you are playing the right notes. You want to practice everything perfectly, slow it down, but play it perfectly. Take all day playing one little technique or one little practice exercise, but play it perfectly. I mean, if it's just that note, make those notes perfect, and the speed will come in time. And then there comes a time when the staccato feel is needed. Okay, it's good for punches and good for bands and like vamps and stuff like that. It's good for those because it just really gives that, you know, just that tightness of the whole band. Okay. Okay, so that's staccato. Just let that note stop. Don't let it ring out. Cut it off before it rings out. Okay, so there are 3 ways to really change the feel of a song. If you're writing a song, use those ideas, use your dynamics, build it up, bring it down. Just use it as much as possible to help move that audience, move your listeners. That's the dynamics creates emotion, the staccato, legato create emotion, and that's what you want to do. You want to connect with the audience. You want to give them something to feel. You don't want to give them something to feel. You don't want to give them something just monotone. The whole song is, you know, just straight like that. You don't want to do that. It's just not that effective, and it's a lot harder to break through doing stuff like that. So give it some dynamics. Make it loud, make it quiet. Okay. So hopefully that helped you. If it did, help me help you. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you all on the flip-flop in the next video. And by the way, subscribe. I've got a video coming out. We're going to talk about how to ride the beat, how to lay back on the beat, and I'm going to give you ideas on that too as well. So definitely subscribe. All right, catch you all on the flip-flop. Bye for now.